Hi guys, welcome back to the video today. Another team of the season video. Today's video is going to be my Championship 2019-2020 team of the season video. Obviously, I done my Premier League one yesterday. So yeah, it's time for the Championship one today. My idea is to do Premier League, Championship, and League One. I'm not going to do League Two because I don't really. Well, I watch it, but I'm not like I wouldn't know a lot about it. Championship I watch a lot of. I know I'm a Man City fan, but I like watching the Championship as a neutral, very exciting league. I've liked it for years. Seems to be getting better and more competitive every year. League One's a good league this year as well. So yeah, today will be my Championship team of the season. Again, like yesterday, it's might be a few surprises to some people. I've just picked the best team, which, of my knowledge, I think is the best in my opinion. Obviously, we're all going to have different opinions, but yeah, this is my Championship team this season. Start off with a goalkeeper. It was between Bartosz Białkowski and who was the other one? The one for Forest Samba and Kiko Casilla of Leeds. I've gone with Kiko Casilla purely because I know he gets critics, which I think is a bit unfair. I know he's had off the field problems with the racism, he's been banned, but he's a brilliant goalkeeper, and for me, he's by far the best in the Championship. 15 clean sheets in 35 games. Leeds have got a solid defence. He's a massive part of that. Best clean sheets in the league as well. So for that reason, he's got to be the goalkeeper of the season for me. And as I say, he's a great goalkeeper for Leeds. Really good with his feet as well. An all-round quality Championship keeper. Obviously, really signing from Real Madrid and great signing. He's a brilliant goalkeeper. So yeah, he's my goalkeeper. Onto the right back. I've gone with another Leeds player. I've gone with Luke Ayling. For me, by far the best right back in the league. Such a good right back. He's an experienced Championship right back as well. He's been at Leeds for a good few years now, but he's been, again, like you can see, he's been a massive part of their defence this season. Stats this season for Ayling: 28 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. Very impressive stats for a right back, and for me, that's why he's probably the best right back in the league. As I said, he is for me anyway. He's been for a very experienced Championship defender, and he's been, the best right back in the Championship for the past few years for me, and he makes his team for me all day long. Very good right back and a big part of Leeds' success this season. Right, the two centre backs, another Leeds player. I've got Ben White. I'll discuss him in a minute. We all know how talented this lad is. So I've gone for Ben White and Jake Cooper of Millwall. Yeah, I've included a Millwall player. We'll start off with Ben White. His stats this season: he's played every game for Leeds. I think. Yeah, he has 37 games, and he hasn't scored a goal, unfortunately, but he has got 2 assists. But he's kept a lot of clean sheets in them 37 games as well. Probably a big part of the 15 clean sheets as well. That Leeds have recorded this season. They might have a few more as well, but White's a quality player. He's been so highly regarded as well. He's young. They got him on loan off Brighton. He's performed that Leeds for well this season. He's been linked with a move to Liverpool. It could happen next season. Liverpool need cover there, so he's obviously got promise. Does he play for the England 21s? He might do. He's played at England youth level. He could even break through the England team. I mean, obviously with the Euros being postponed till next year, he could. Leeds will go up anyway, so he'll either play for Leeds in the Premier League, he could be at Liverpool, he could go back to Brighton, you don't know, but he could make the England squad. He's obviously very talented. I'd like to see him, if Leeds go up, I'd like to see him go to Leeds again for another year. I think Liverpool's too soon for me, but very experienced centre back, and he's definitely in this team of the season. On the other centre back, Jake Cooper of Millwall, impressive centre back. Nearly signed for Rangers in the summer, I believe. He's one of Millwall's best players. The Millwall fans speak highly of him from what I've seen. Stats this season: 37 games, again, played every game, and he's got the 1 goal as well. Millwall have had a good season, and he's a massive part of why they have had a good season. They've got a good keeper in Białkowski, but Cooper's a really good player. Definitely one of the best centre backs in the Championship by far, which is why he's been linked with big moves. And a big part of the reason why Millwall have done well this season. Quality centre back at this level, really good. Onto the left back, Joe Bryan of Fulham, by far the best left back in the league for me. Premier League quality, probably even. It was good for Fulham in the Premier League last season as well, in the poor season, one of the standout performers. 35 goals, 35 games, he's got this season. The 1 goal and 7 assists, which is incredible. Obviously, Fulham sit third in the table, I believe, and he's been one of their best players this season. But for me, Bryan has not only been the best left back in the league this season, from what I've seen, he's the best left back in the league by far. Incredible player. He was good at Bristol City as well when he played for them. So he has to make this team for me. 7 assists is incredible. Joe Bryan makes a left back. So there's my back line for you guys. Right, we'll go on to the midfield now. I've got a central defensive midfielder. So I've the formation of this, I've played a 4-1-2-1-2. So I've got a central defensive midfielder, 2 winners, and a central attacker midfielder with the 2 strikers, obviously the back 4 as well. So yeah, we'll go on to the central defensive midfield. I've gone with Calvin Phillips from Leeds. There's a lot of Leeds players in this team. be out top of the league, aren't they? So totally fair. So yeah, I've gone with Calvin Phillips, probably for me, probably the best player in the league at the moment. Very, very talented player, being linked with big Premier League moves, Man United, Alastair, Aston Villa tried to get him this summer, it didn't go through. He stayed at Leeds. He's a Leeds lad as well, so I think he wants to get them promoted. So you never know. Phillips' quality, as I say, his stats. Probably he's only got the 31 games. He's got 2 goals. I think he's got the 1 assist. So they're probably not the best stats. But the thing is with Phillips, he's your typical central defensive midfielder. He's as good as you get in that league in that position. He does the dirty work, does the unnoticed stuff. Great passer of the ball. The Leeds fans love him, and he has to make this team for me. Massive part of Leeds' success this season. I've watched Phillips a few times. He's a really, really good player, very talented. I can see why the fans hype over him so much. He probably will get that big move, you'd think. But yeah, he's one of the reasons why Leeds are going to go up. Incredible central defensive midfielder and definitely makes his team for me. Right, on to the 2 winners. So I've got Jed Wallace at right wing, another Millwall player. A couple of Millwall players on this team. Jed Wallace has been class this season, one of the best players in the league. Again, another player, because he's been performed so well, he's been linked with Premier League moves. Wallace is class. His stats this season: 35 games, 10 goals, 8 assists. Brilliant stats. Again, Millwall currently sit. Do they sit in the playoffs? I think they might just sit in the playoffs at 6th or 5th. But he's the reason why they've one of the reasons why they've done so well this season. He scored the most goals for them. He's such a good midfielder at that level, as good as you get. Fantastic right winger, good shooter, good pace. He's a brilliant player, and why Millwall done so well this season. Obviously, great stats. As I said, he was linked with Premier League moves in January. I think he nearly signed for Aston Villa, but he stayed at Millwall. Big part of their success this season. For me, by far the best right winger in the league at the moment, and has been this season. Right on the left winger, he actually plays right wing, this guy, but I had to put Wallace there. But I think he can play left wing, but I just couldn't leave him out of the team. I've gone with a Brentford player, Said Benrahma. You probably know this guy's talent. Such a good player at this level. French, I think, yeah. He nearly signed for Aston Villa. I think it was somehow it nearly went through. It was all set to go through, but he kind of pulled out last minute. He didn't want the move. He wanted to stay at Brentford and not get them, in the promotion battle, which he's done. Brilliant player at this level. I think he's different class. Watched Brentford a few times. They play some amazing stuff, and that's down to him. So good down the wing, very quick, very rapid, direct. His stats this season, he's got the. Let's have a look. 34 games, 10 goals, 8 assists, very similar to Wallace. That's why, for me, head and shoulders the 2 best winners in the league by far. And I think stats are all really incredible. Benrahma is very direct, though. I've actually watched Brentford a few times this season. I've watched him, and massive part of their success. Such a good winner at this level. Different class for me. He will be playing in the Premier League, whether it's for Brentford or not next season. Fantastic player. He makes his team for me all day long. Right, on to the central attacking midfielder to make up the midfield in this team. I've gone with Pablo Hernandez, another Leeds player. Hernandez, for me, do you know what? I think on his day, I think he's the best player in the league. Hernandez's quality. I mean, he's 34 now. I think he's really getting on, but he's such a good player. And if Leeds don't have him when they haven't this season, they've got beat, I think. When he's played, they've won. He's such a good player. I mean, he's a bit like, obviously, I don't want to compare. He's a bit like a championship David Silva in the way he plays. Spanish, very small, good passer with the ball, but he makes a difference to Leeds for me from what I've seen. As I say, I think he's the best player in the league, on his day. He's got the 6 goals, 6 assists. So you could say they're probably not the best stats, but he's so important at Leeds. Like when he plays, they're winning. The play well. He's a big part why they play this good football. Bielsa obviously knows the importance of him. He has to make this team just purely for that. For me, the fact he's going to be a massive part of Leeds going up, which they will, I think. Has to be Hernandez all day. He scores goals from outside the box as well. I think he's good at free kicks as well. He's a quality player. And for me, on his day, even though he's still 34, pulling the strings in that, best player in the league for me on his day. I think he is, no doubt about it. Yeah. So on to the 2 strikers. It's a no-brainer, this one. The 2 top scorers in the league, actually. I've gone with Alexander Mitrovic, the top scorer for Fulham, and I've gone for Ollie Watkins at Brentford. Fulham and Brentford score a lot of goals, and there's your reason why with them 2 in the team. So we'll start off with Mitrovic. His stats: 34 games, 23 goals. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Top scorer in the league. He's proven at this level as well. We knew that before this season. He's done it in this league. It's his bread and butter, The stats say it all. Fulham score a lot of goals purely because of him. They're third in the league because of him. He's the best striker in the league, no doubt about it, on his day. Incredible player. Strong. Good finisher. Good all-round striker. Can be a handful for defenders. And you think if Fulham do end finishing the playoffs with him in the team, they've got to have a chance. They've got to. If you give him the service, he scores goals. Simple. Very, very good striker on his day from when I've seen him, and he has to be in this team. On to the next striker, Ollie Watkins at Brentford. Stats this season, he's got the 37 games and 22 goals. He's also got the 3 assists as well. Finish with Watkins, I think he can play on the wing as well, but I don't know if Brentford have been playing him as a striker this season. I think his natural position to strike, I know he played there for Exeter, can play on the wing, but he's so quick and direct. Such a good play. Brentford's top scorer this season. Brentford score a lot of goals as well, like Fulham, purely down to him why they've got a lot of the goals this season. Very, very, very good striker. As I said, I've seen him. He's dead quick. He was highly rated at Exeter, got the move to Brentford, and he's just pushed on from there. I mean, what a player. Incredible. Brentford and Fulham score a lot of goals, and there's your reasons why. They've obviously got the 2 best strikers in the league in the team, so yeah, says it all. They're my 2 strikers, guys. So yeah, that's my team there. I'll just run it through with you. So we've got the goalkeeper, Kiko Casilla, right back Luke Ayling, 2 centre backs, Jake Cooper and Ben White, left back Joe Bryan, central defensive midfielder we've got Calvin Phillips. On the 2 wings on the right wing we've got Jed Wallace, left wing side Ben Rama, central attacking midfield role we've got Pablo Hernandez, and completing the team with the 2 strikers is Alexander Mitrovic and Ollie Watkins. Quite a good team, isn't it? As I say, that's my team this season. You guys might disagree, some of you, which is fair enough. We all have our opinions, don't we? As I said, yeah, leave your comments below and give your team the seasons as well. Tell me if you agree with my choices. If you don't agree, it'd be really appreciated, guys. Honestly, it would. But yeah, there's my team this season. And just to wrap up the video, like yesterday, I'll name my manager of the season. I've gone with Thomas Frank of Brentford. Incredible job he's done there. I mean, Brentford are always one of them teams that's sniffing around the playoffs, but this season they've managed to kind of go over that mark, over the odds. They're sniffing at the top 2, and they have been all season. I think they're currently 4th in the league, well cemented in the playoffs, so they've looked even better this season. Probably down to his management, incredible manager. Obviously took over the job from Dean Smith when he went to Aston Villa. He's done amazing there. And what you've got to remember is at Brentford, a bit like the similar what I said with Sheffield United with Chris Riley yesterday, he'll have limited funds at that club. There's the type of club where they'll sell the good players, they'll bring them in for the lower levels and develop them, like with Ollie Watkins, for example. And he's done amazing there to get them that high in the league. They're not a big club as well, they're a little club, remember, with limited funds. I know they're getting the stadium moved, but he's done a fantastic job there. And for me, he's got to be managed of the season for me. I mean, you could have said Bielsa, Bilic, Scott Parker. There could have been plenty. Gary Rowett at Millwall. Could have been a few, but yeah, for me it's Thomas Frank for Brentford, and there's my reasons why, guy. If you enjoyed the video, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. As I said, it's appreciated if you do subscribe. Plenty more content coming. There'll be a League One team of the season soon. Enjoy, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you later.